Welcome back, guys. It's time for Elimination Chamber match for SmackDown. In the first part, we have Kevin Owens. The second one, Sami Zayn. And here comes King Corbin. Long live the Queen. New crown for King Corbin. He changed his crown. Here comes King Corbin with a new crown. I think we need a new King of the Ring tournament or whatever. Here comes King Corbin. King Corbin. And Jey Uso is the guys of the port number 4. Here comes Jey Uso, guys. Therefore, the match will start Cesaro versus Bryan inside the cage, the chamber, and the other 4, Jey Uso, become, in my opinion, the winner of this Elimination Chamber match will be Kevin Owens. Jey Uso, the stupid puppet of Roman Reigns, is a servant. Is manipulated. Kevin Owens is fired up. Jey Uso watch the cage. Jey Uso will not the winner of the chamber match. Cesaro and Bryan will start the Elimination Chamber match. They will be the 2 guys inside. And this is a promo for the match right now. Promo for the pay-per-view, it looks like. The promo for the match we have right now. Weird put the promo before the last 2 final entrants. I don't think Cesaro will win the chamber. My pick is Kevin Owens to win. Believe death. And the winner will face Roman Reigns in the main event tonight. Here comes Cesaro. Here comes Cesaro. 232 pounds. Cesaro arrives now in the chamber. Corbin is the biggest guy of this match at 285, 6'8", not a super heavyweight. Here comes the last participants, Daniel Bryan. £210, Daniel Bryan. Here comes Bryan inside the ring right now. Daniel Bryan versus Cesaro. They start the match. Cesaro versus Bryan right now. Covered by Cesaro, kick outs. Bryan. Two good athletes, these guys. Bryan and Cesaro. Shoulder by Cesaro, cover one. Kick outs by Daniel Bryan. Cesaro in control. And by Cesaro on Daniel Bryan. Clothesline by Daniel Bryan, both men down. A kick by Daniel Bryan right to the chest of Cesaro. A right hand by Bryan to Cesaro and uppercut by Cesaro. Right hand by Bryan. Right hand by Cesaro. Cesaro goes outside. Bryan goes to the top turnbuckle. Running in by Daniel Bryan to Cesaro. Daniel Bryan claims the turnbuckle again. On the top rope again. Drop kick, missile drop kick by Bryan, cover. 1, 2, kick outs by Cesaro. A kick by Bryan. Another one. Cesaro and Bryan at top turnbuckle right now again. Cesaro. Here comes Bryan against Cesaro. Both men down. Both men down. Bryan and Cesaro start the match up. Covered by Cesaro, kick out by Daniel Bryan. Cesaro working on the left knee on Bryan right now. Armbar by Daniel Bryan. Covered by Cesaro. The power of Cesaro. Another armbar by Daniel Bryan. A kick by Bryan right to the back of Cesaro. And by Bryan to Cesaro and by Cesaro. Bryan goes down. Cesaro in control. And by Bryan again, and by Cesaro to the face of Bryan. Cesaro looking for a suplex, vertical suplex. Look at the power of Cesaro. Ready for a vertical suplex. Goes covered by Cesaro 1, 2. Kick out by Bryan. 10 seconds for an entrance inside the chamber. Where's this gonna be? King Corbin and Becky go inside, attack Cesaro. Corbin attacks Cesaro. Bryan on Cesaro right now. King Corbin used the chamber as a weapon. The King dominated the match now. This is the master and the ruler. Corbin now. Maybe it's time for a King of the Ring pay-per-view with a tournament to declare a new king. Dropping by Daniel Bryan on both Cesaro and Corbin. Cesaro in control. Corbin. Dip 6 by Corbin. And another one for Bryan. Corbin 1, 2. Kick outs by Bryan. Corbin covers Cesaro 1, 2. Kick outs I use Cesaro. Arrow by Corbin to Bryan. King Corbin attacks Bryan right now. Bryan goes down. Corbin slams Cesaro to the pod. Bryan is helpless against Corbin now. No disqualification in a chamber match. And Corbin slam Cesaro to the chamber. Now Corbin dominated the match, but I don't think Corbin will win. Will win a face because Moraes is a heel, therefore Cesaro, I don't think so. Bryan is difficult. I'm sure Kevin Owens is my pick to win. Kevin Owens will win the chamber match. Right, and by Cesaro to Corbin, another one. A knee by Corbin, another one. Cesaro goes down, Corbin in control. It's time for another participants. Owens, Uso, or Sami Zayn. The next out of the pod is Sami Zayn, my opinion. Will be Sami Zayn. My pick is Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn, my pick is true. Sami Zayn refused to coming out from the pod. Bryan attacks Corbin from behind. Sami Zayn still inside the pod. Cesaro attacks Sami Zayn. It's weird because why this other part was open? I don't know. Cesaro on Sami Zayn right now. Cesaro on Sami Zayn, Corbin on Bryan now. A kick by Bryan to Sami Zayn. Bryan attacks Sami Zayn now. Corbin attacks Bryan also, and Corbin is the guy that dominates the match now. And by Corbin to Daniel Bryan. A kick by Sami Zayn to Daniel Bryan. Sami Zayn, a Luna kick, but made a mistake. Sami Zayn. Right, and by Bryan to King Corbin. Here we go. Welcome back. Cesaro on Corbin now. Cesaro on Corbin. A swing on Corbin. Cesaro, powerful guy, no questions about it. He's a powerful man. Sharpshooter by Cesaro. Maneuver, awesome maneuver. Remember me. Cesaro tap out. No, Cesaro, sorry. King Corbin is being eliminated by Cesaro. The submission maneuver. Corbin is gone. Corbin is gone. Corbin is gone. And next one, in my opinion, Jey Uso. I believe Jey Uso will win. No, Kevin Owens will enter. Now the winner will be Kevin Owens. Cesaro and Kevin Owens. Sami Zayn tried to manipulate Kevin Owens, but didn't work. Cesaro on Kevin Owens. And Segura by KO. Sleeper all by Daniel Bryan on Kevin Owens. Bryan on Kevin Owens, guys, with a sleeper hold. Cover, kickouts. Kevin Owens cover on Bryan by kickouts. The next that will be eliminated will be Sami Zayn, in my opinion, or Cesaro. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn face each other. Head back by Sami Zayn, elbow by Sami Zayn, another elbow by Sami Zayn. Sami attacks KO. KO goes down. Sami on the top turnbuckle. Super kick by Owens. Sami goes down. Kevin Owens. Cannonball by KO to Cesaro. Cannonball by KO to Bryan. And Cannonball to Sami Zayn. Kevin Owens dominated the match now. Suplex by Sami Zayn on KO. Cesaro uppercut to Sami Zayn. Running by Daniel Bryan to Cesaro. Powerbomb by KO. All four men down right now. All four men down. Critical moments in this matchup. Kevin Owens, the only one on his feet right now. Kevin Owens on his feet. Owens on Sami Zayn. Owens on Sami Zayn. Neckbreaker cover. 1, 2. Kick out by Zayn. Owens on Bryan. 1, 2. Kick out by Bryan. Kevin Owens on Cesaro now. It's time for the entrance. Also, Jey Uso will be released inside. Here comes Jey Uso. Jey Uso and Kevin Owens. Jey Uso is the right hand of the tribal chief. Kevin Owens in control on Jey Uso now. Kevin Owens on Jey Uso, guys. In control of the match. Every guy fight in this dangerous match. Kevin Owens on the top of the pod. A crazy maneuver by Owens. Stunner by KO. A stunner to Cesaro. Another stunner by KO to Sami Zayn. 1, 2, 3. Sami Zayn is being eliminated. I told you that the second elimination was Sami Zayn. 4 men still in the match. Jey Uso used the door of the chamber on Sami Zayn, on Kevin Owens. The referee tried to open the cage. Jey Uso destroyed KO. Jey Uso on the top turnbuckle. Frog splash to Kevin Owens. Cover. 1, 2, 3. Kevin Owens has been eliminated. What a surprise, guy. Now I need to change my pick. KO is over. KO is being eliminated. Big surprise to me. It was my pick to win. Maybe the only one that can win is Daniel Bryan, I believe. Because it will be so really surprised if Cesaro will win. I don't think. Jey Uso. Cesaro on Jey Uso right now. Flying over by Cesaro on Jey Uso. Cover 1, 2, near 4 for Cesaro on Jey Uso. Because still inside, Jey Uso, Cesaro, and Daniel Bryan. 3 guys still inside. Cesaro in control on Jey Uso now. Be interesting if Cesaro will win. Cesaro slam Jey Uso. Cesaro on Daniel Bryan now. Cesaro on Bryan. Cesaro clears the top turnbuckle. A kick by Daniel Bryan. Both men down. Both men down. My pick was Kevin Owens to win, but I lost my prediction. Now I need to change my pick. I picked Cesaro to win. He will not the winner against Roman Reigns, but for the chamber it's possible, Cesaro. Bryan and Cesaro. Backslide by Bryan, nothing. A super kick right to the face by Bryan to Cesaro, cover. 1, 2, kick outs by Cesaro. Bryan can't believe it. Bryan on Cesaro. The 2 men that start the match are 2 of the 3 men remain. It's not a good strategy because Cesaro and Bryan they need to work together against Jey, in my opinion. Yes, movement by Bryan. Cesaro gets Bryan on his shoulders. Corbin 1, 2, kick outs by Cesaro. Super kick right to the face by Bryan to Cesaro. Bryan claims the top turnbuckle. Bryan claims the top turnbuckle now. Cesaro and Bryan face each other. Right hand by Cesaro to Bryan. Cesaro against Bryan now. Cesaro gets Bryan on his shoulders. Cesaro gets Bryan on his shoulders. A swing by Bryan, but here comes Jey Uso, super kick from Uso. Uso on the top turnbuckle, typical coward. Frog splash, cover on Cesaro, 1, 2. Cesaro's being ahead, my pick now is Daniel Bryan. Jey Uso and Daniel Bryan. 2, near 4 for Jey Uso. The disbelief on the face of Jey Uso. Jey Uso and Bryan, the two last participants. Jey Uso claims the chamber. I don't know why. On the top of the pod, Jey Uso is ready. Oh, a knee by Bryan to Jey Uso. Running knee by Bryan, covered by Bryan. 1, 2, 3. Daniel Bryan wins the chamber. Daniel Bryan wins the chamber, guys. Bryan against Roman Reigns, no way. Roman Reigns would have an easy victory. Thanks for watching, guys. Daniel Bryan win. I put a winner victory right now. Daniel Bryan is the winner, guys. And more is coming for the Mission Chamber. Don't go away. More is coming. Subscribe.